Hello, are you here to debate?
Hello?
Yep, are you here to debate?
Yes, sir. I didn't realize I could actually get in. So I got a problem with, first, my name's Alan, 21,
All right.
and I got a problem with number 1, 2, and about number 5.
Okay, pick
Anyone
which
that
one
you kind of want to pick up on?
We can do whichever one you want to talk about.
Yes, sir. So I'll go on, I'll take number 2. Number 2 sounds good.
Okay. What about it?
So I do not believe that trans men, trans women are not what they believe they are. I believe that is a form of delusion. And as it was previously stated, I do believe that gender dysphoria is a mental illness and it should be worked on. I don't know if there's you can't really say cure all because that's not really how that works. But I do believe that it's not something that should be embraced.
Sure. So 2 things. You did a bit of intuition pumping when you said that, I don't believe that they are what they think they are. Gender identity is just sort of an innate thing in all humans. That's how humans identify and relate to gender. Gender identity is controlled by the hypothalamus in our brain. Gender identity is something that is determined when you're in utero. So this idea of you're not the gender you think, everybody is the gender they think they are. That's just how gender works.
Right.
When it comes to somebody being a woman, I would ask you what you think a woman is. If you don't think trans women would be women, what do you think a woman is?
All right, so I don't mean to be basic answer, but that's kind of what it is. It comes down to science. Comes down to in nature, yada yada. Basic spew. If you have ovaries and that you can basically produce a child without external forces besides semen, right? Then I do believe that you are a woman.
Yeah, so science would say that this would be a female. That's where science would come into play. For instance,
Right.
What you're talking about specifically is phenotypic sex. So your reproductive system, that's not a that's not a sex determining trait. Phenotypic sex is determined by your genotypic sex. Genotypic sex would be your chromosomes. These would be the determining factor of traits. And then your chromosomes and your genes. So for instance, the SRY gene in men is what determines whether men are going to have penises. That SRY gene, though, can be expressed on the X chromosome. And you can have women who have an expressed, females who have an expressed SRY gene. Gender is completely devoid of those things. Gender is just a subjective perception of how your sex is oriented in your body and how you view your own sex. This is how we view gender in sex on a neurobiological level. So where you said that science would agree with you that gender is a biological thing, what evidence do you have of this in the scientific field?
Sorry, can you repeat that last bit? Sorry, I'm a little distracted.
Yeah, sure. What evidence do you have of this being recognized as a way gender expresses itself in the scientific fields? Do you have any biological evidence or just any empirical evidence I can look to? Because where I get my evidence is directly out of neuroscience textbooks. So if you have evidence that gender is a solely biological thing, I'd be happy to look at it.
No, I don't believe gender is a biological thing. I know it's more of a social construct.
Okay.
But I believe that gender is not really a deciding factor when it should come to anything, right? I believe that even though you can say that you are a woman, right, you say what your gender will be, I just do not agree. I don't believe that's right, and I believe that is a straight mental illness that should be dealt with, per se.
Wait. You agree that gender is a social thing, but now you're saying that people whose gender identity may differ from their sex have a mental illness, even though you agree that gender is a social creation.
Gender is more of a social creation, yeah.
So then how would somebody whose gender differs from their sex have a mental illness?
It's just not right. It's not natural, per se.
if gender is social, none of gender would be natural. So what does it matter if it's not natural? If gender is a social thing, it's not something that exists in nature. It only exists in societies of humans.
Didn't really think about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Guess we'll just agree to disagree on that point then.
Why are we?
You have a great day, man.
Wait, just really quick.
Oh.
Why are we agreeing to disagree? If you don't have a response, why not say,
Yeah.
"Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to rethink the way I think." Wouldn't that be
I
the
might be
more
wrong,
like?
but I believe I am right. That's the thing.
But you just couldn't substantiate your claims. Wouldn't it be
Right.
more beneficial as like a growing person to go, "Oh, maybe the way I think isn't correct in this regard. Maybe I should rethink these beliefs because my beliefs are contradictory to each other."
You have a point, but I don't really care, you know?
Okay.
All right. Well, you have a great day, man. And yeah.
All right, you too.